Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Anthony and Joe Russo's The Grey Man, which is now on Netflix. The film stars Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, and our very own Dhanush. Now, in concept, Anthony and Joe Russo's The Grey Man is a welcome change from their Avengers films. In an age of incessant computer-generated visual effects and combats, The Grey Man is more in the tradition of the Bond films, the Bourne films, the Mission Impossible films. It's a relief. We actually hear bones crack and break. We actually see blood from a face that's been smashed to pulp. We know the hero, Ryan Gosling, will win, but he doesn't have any superpowers except a sharp mind and sharp reflexes and a lot of training. So when I say The Grey Man is essentially a series of action set pieces, it is not a complaint exactly. As a concept, we could use more of these movies where the action is not faked. Whether it is Ryan Gosling himself or whether it is a stunt double, someone is kicking ass or getting his ass kicked. This is a very primal pleasure. It's like, I don't know, watching a gladiatorial spectacle in the comfort of a movie theater. But what The Grey Man forgets is that this concept needs at least a bit of good writing between the action. The writing is the glue that binds these separate action pieces, the action set pieces. Take the character played by Dhanush. She is one of the numerous assassins employed by the villain, Chris Evans. And this Dhanush character is the best of the bunch. He's the most well-defined of the bunch. He's called the Lone Wolf because unlike others, he operates alone, but Zen Killer would probably be an equally appropriate name. He's first seen with meditation beads, and he's last seen delivering a line that shows that he believes in a code of conduct even between bad men. You know that phrase, honor between thieves? Something like that. He believes in honor. How fascinating it would have been had this character been fleshed out like the loner assassin played by Alain Delon in La Samurai, but in 2x speed, of course. Or take Ryan Gosling himself, the Grey Man of the title. At first we see him in a Florida state prison. He has had a bad childhood with a bad father, and when he's released and recruited by a CIA agent played by Billy Bob Thornton, it would make sense that this character, that is this Billy Bob Thornton character, becomes the father figure our hero never had. And later, a childhood memory of abuse helps this hero break the cycle of patriarchal violence. These beats, these bits of writing glue do exist, but not in a way that adds shade or depth. Instead, the film takes the easy way out by having a little girl, Billy Bob Thornton's niece, in constant danger. A son breaking a father's crushing psychological hold over him while being chased by constant attacks by assassins versus a little girl who needs to be protected, which is the cuter subplot. You know, right? So no, I'm not asking for a deep movie. I'm just saying I would have liked to identify with the characters a little more. In the way I root for a John Wick, in the way I root for an Ethan Hunt, because those films imbue these characters with a little quirk here and there, even in the middle of all the action. Otherwise, what's the use of giving people traits if you don't follow up on these traits, or if you're just going to give us semblance of depth? So what we get is a fairly watchable action movie without a single moment that stays in mind the minute you exit the screening. The Grey Man has a lot of globetrotting. It has a lot of charismatic stars, including Ana de Armas and Alfred Woodard. It has decent stunts, but nobody and nothing are particularly original. Not a single moment makes you go, wow. Now allow me a little digression at the end. I know this is not an exact comparison, but because of the film's premise of a man being hunted by rogue government agents, I kept thinking back about Hollywood's great man versus system thrillers like Sidney Pollack's 3 Days of the Condor, for instance. Now these thrillers, they spoke about the man, they spoke about the system, they had action, and they were uniquely American. But post the 1980s, when Hollywood started looking at global audiences, the uniqueness got lost. I guess that's why most action movies today end up being little more than watchable. Those earlier films were like x-rays of a nation's paranoia. These new ones are content to be amusement park rides. The sense of danger you got from those earlier films and the sense of danger that you seek in these movies is that of a gun pressed into your temple. The sense of danger that you actually get is that of a roller coaster taking a big dip. So that's it for The Grey Man. If you like this video, do subscribe to Galatta Plus, and I'll see you soon at the movies.